to the three players. Raise your hand. We'll start from there. First one there.
Yeah. I guess I'll direct it to RJ. You guys ended up with a season high in steals today. How much of that was kind of, positioning, and how much of that was just, having to kind of just getting those goals?
Well, I think our preparation going to this game was big. I think we emphasized our offense is really good, but what we're lacking is the defense, and we put together a couple of good possessions early in the season of defense, and then sometimes we lack off in the second half. So I think going to this game, we wanted to play defense for full 40 minutes, and I think that was evident through the steals. We had guys in the gaps, guys in the right positions, and overall, we was making the defensive plays that were needed to be made, especially in crucial times.
Harrison or Mondo, obviously, RJ he's a big part of this team. What are some things that he does that, impact y'all aside from the scoring alone?
Harrison. First off, he's a straight up bucket. Whenever he gets the ball, it's going in. He can get a shot whenever he wants. But second off, he's just putting me in easier spots. He draws someone to the team, double teams, passing to Armando, dump offs, and stuff like that. And I just feel like I get a lot of open shots playing with him.
Yeah, I agree with Harrison said. RJ, he's been doing amazing, and this stretch of basketball he's been playing is some of the best basketball I've seen. And today was just another example of just running it through RJ. He's just been getting it done. It's been great.
This is for all three of you guys. Is this maybe the most energy you guys have played with from beginning to end in the game this year?
Go left to right. Harrison?
Yes, sir. I would think so. I think we had lapses in the second half, mid-second half, where we didn't play with as much energy. We went on a little run, but we still weren't playing with energy. But as a total game, I think this was the most energy we've ever played with.
Scrappiest as well?
Yes, sir.
What Harrison said?
Scrappiest?
Yeah, I think we just, like Harrison said, we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit on the second half with no energy, but we were able to pick it up quickly. I would say this is probably one of the most, the game where we played with the most energy.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I agree with what RJ said. Going into this game, we knew it was a must-win, an undefeated team. It's one of those big wins we need to get into the tournament. So we definitely came into this game with a sense of urgency, and we had 3 days to prepare, and we just knew coming in, if we followed the game plan, we'd be good.
Follow-up.
Yeah, as a quick follow-up, and this is for you, Armando. Did what happened Saturday in Atlanta have maybe something to do with the way you guys entered into this game with that scrappiness, maybe with a little bit more of an edge?
Yeah, for sure. Coming off the Saturday game, we kind of got dominated on the boards. We turned the ball over a lot, and those are two of our keys: is protecting the ball and also winning the boards. I don't know if we won the boards today, but we did a better job on the boards than Saturday. We had like 17 turnovers, and they also had like double-digit offensive boards on Saturday. We knew coming in this game we couldn't allow that because Oklahoma had a lot of good players, so that was just our main emphasis.
Sure, right.
Harrison, the defensive possession late in the first half where you had like the big weak side block on the guy, then they inbound it, looks like 2 seconds on the shot clock, Armando stuffs to do. I'm not trying to talk you into it, but could that have been your best defensive possession this season? It sure seemed like a lot of things were happening good there.
I feel like as a game as a whole, especially in the first half, the beginning of the first half, we had a lot of good defensive possessions. We came in with a really good game plan. We knew that their main stuff is getting to the paint, so we packed in the paint. We were extra help, and we knew that at the end of the day, we'll live with them making threes. So, I would say that's a good defensive possession, but the whole first half, I feel like we played really good defense.
Second row left.
Yeah, so RJ, I know you were, kind of noticeably snubbed from the preseason All-ACC team. So is that something that you kind of used to motivate you? You kind of, 7 straight games with 20 plus points. Seems like you're playing with 6 points or
Yeah, I think I've been playing with a chip on my shoulder my whole life. I think that's been like the main thing for me. It's been something that I've dealt with, the doubters and not being placed on this list or that list, but I just stay true to myself and not really try to pay too much attention to that. Obviously not making the preseason team. It is what it is. I'm not in control of who's making the decision, but I am in control of my mental and how I play. So really going into the season, that's how I approached it. Not really worried about if I made a list or received an award. Awards are won at the end of the year, so I'm just going to continue to just, allow myself to trust myself and going out there and play basketball.
Tonight's crowd was electric. Can you talk about how well the UNC fans traveled to this event and how much impact it had on you all?
The crowd is great. It's a home game for us, and one thing about UNC fans and our fan base is we travel well, and they're always going to be in energy. And I think we fed off of that today. There was a lot of plays and a lot of runs that we made, and the crowd got into it, and we took advantage of that. And we fed off that, and I think that's what got us going. Even when we didn't have energy, the crowd gave us uplifted that for us.
Third row.
Hunter Bailey with the Charlotte Post. Harrison, I want to ask, kind of the dagger was the bank shot at the end of the shot clock. Just talk about what's going through your mind as the clock wanes there.
I don't even know, honestly. I mean, I had the ball, I lost it, and then Coach Davis was like, shoot it. I just shot it and it went in, and all glory to God that it went in and we won the game. Second row.
For Armando and RJ, you kind of mentioned it being a must-win. The experience of last year and kind of getting toward the end of the season and looking back at some of these close losses where you could have had the opportunity to get those quality wins, does that make this win tonight even that much more important, understanding what it can mean for you guys maybe come February and into March?
It's definitely important because I didn't want to go into Christmas break with the L and with a bad mood. So, but overall, I also didn't want to lose 3 in a row, and especially on home court advantage. And Oklahoma's a great team. They played a great game, but we knew what we had to do, and we executed the game plan that the coaching staff put out in front of us. And like Manu said, it wasn't a must-win, but we just got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, I agree with what RJ said.
Well said.
Yeah, this one for Armando. Obviously, Zayden High and Jalen Washington, kind of got their share of run in that second half. Kind of with more games this season to really evaluate it. How do you kind of evaluate their progression, kind of as the season is progressing?
Yeah, I mean, they've been huge for us, and I mean, Jay Walsh all year, when coaches called on him, he's come in and given us something, and that's definitely been huge for us. And then Zayden today too, just how athletic and how good he is and getting his hands on the balls, it was amazing for us today, and it kind of ignited us as a team, so that's huge, especially coming from a freshman.
Back to the room, standing up.
Yeah, question for Harrison and for Armando. Coach Davis has mentioned a couple of times this season that the biggest change he's seen in RJ this year is his leadership. Have you guys noticed that, and how has that become apparent?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this year, everything has been about him, and I think RJ's been doing a good job of embracing it and bringing us all in together, and I think that's huge, just having that point guard, leader of the team. It's just amazing, and we love it.
Yeah, for me coming in as a transfer, he kind of put me in. I've become really, really close friends since I've gotten here. I hang out with him all the time. But this off the court, he's a great guy. And on the court, we work out every single morning, every single day. We get shots up, and that whenever you have a partner like this who can get a bucket, you play defense, can also pass the ball, you're in good hands. Front row.
Yeah, Armando, you picked up your first foul like 6 minutes left in the game. But the other 2 bigs that you were mostly banging, I think at that time had 9. Well, what was the thinking going in that knowing that you can draw those fouls, but do so without committing fouls yourself?
Yeah, that's always a point of emphasis for us. We want to get the opposing team big man in foul trouble because that allows them to play smaller and allows us to get more offensive rebounds and take advantage of the paint game. So going into this game, I knew they had 2 good bigs, and I definitely wanted to get physical and try to create space and just kind of create problems down low. And luckily, the whistle went my way today, and we got them in foul trouble, and I think that definitely helped us.
Last one for the players.
Armando, you stepped out for the 3 and was all net. Was that, you've hit them before, but was that possibly the most consequential one you think you've hit in the game? And did you hear anything from the crowd? Because you got kind of close to them when you ran back down.
Yeah, coach might not like this, but I said to myself today I was going to hit a 3, so. So I made sure I popped in that corner and got one up. And I shot it confidently, so I know I was going to make it.
Anyone say anything to you on the way back?
Nah, everybody was clapping. I saw the coaches, they was like, oh, at first, and then they clapped when I made it. I'll take it. I usually shoot from the top of the key, so the corner one, I was at first.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Coach gets the last word, though. Coach?